Well. Hello there to all you wisdom walkers. This is Jojopah, still adjusting her screen, coming to you with astrology for self mastery for this end of July. wow. Wow. There's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on, people. And it's good. It's good stuff. It's change stuff. It's transformational stuff. But we know that it has a really, really good um, reason and purpose for what is happening. It's just amazing. Absolutely. So, yeah, July's been very transformational for me. I'm still being rewired, still things showing up that have taken me out of my normal routine, so that I'm having to just really practice what I preach about go with the flow. Let go of trying to be in control of anybody or anything, but opening up to, okay, what is it that God and the universe has for me at this time, this day? Yeah, yeah. Uh, so I'm sure those of you out there too are experiencing like this, it's almost like it's a turnover. It's like there's a turning over. Um, hey Carmen, there's Carmen watching. Um, glad you're here, sweetheart. There's this turnover that's happening. By the way, Carmen Ray is doing a fantastic job with her podcast. This one that she just released, episode 11, so great. You can find it on Anchor. You can go to our website, bewellforwomen.com and get the link, but check it out because it's so good. It's what we need to hear right now, which is about how you set your boundaries in terms of being of service to people and that you're supposed to be of service to people. I just love it. Very much what's going on with this astrology too. Hey, Cyretta, go girl. Good to see you. So good you're here. Another very powerful being walking this planet. Yeah, you're gonna hear about her one day. You're gonna hear about her one day. Definitely, definitely. And Carmen saying thank you so much. Oh, girl, you got it. You got it. Your stuff is tight. It's tight. So yeah, there's all this stuff going on, but it really is for our benefit. And if you can just ride this out, ride this wave, allow what's happening. There's a lot of this turnover is because we've completed a phase of our life. We've completed a time period. For me, it's a 7-year time period. Um, and for others, it may be longer, it may be shorter. For some of you, it may just be a year. But there is this completion energy and a turning over. And so we are being asked to step more into the unknown. That's the whole thing with me having my routine disrupted. But it's been really great. I'm getting access to spaces and places that I wouldn't, meeting new people. Yeah, so it's a good ride. It's a good ride. And yeah, you just have to really allow yourself to have it, be okay with it. So this astrology that I have to share with you, for this end of July is pretty powerful. um there's like an aspect happening every day from the 22nd through to the 26th. We got a break yesterday, and then boom, today we got some big stuff that carries us out to the end of the month. So, without further ado, let me walk you through some of these aspects and help you with your navigation through this incredibly powerful, disruptive, overturning, but all for our soul growing and human evolution experience. Yeah, it's like really, really cool stuff. So, back to my quote for the month of July, because it's just so right on. This is Narayana Montefiore, a great astrologer. You can find her at astrology.com. And she says a majorly important month is in store as July brings the astrology of 2021 and 2022 to a climax. Collectively, there will be a release of energy that has been stuck below the surface for quite some time. At a personal level, we must make a big change in the area of our charts ruled by Taurus. Taurus is about home. It's about the environments we're in. It's about how we are caring for ourselves or not. Um, and so she says something in our lives is begging to be released. And the more we hold on to it, the harder things will be. Seeking liberation and freedom in this part of our lives will be key when embodying this month's vibrations. Yeah. And so that's this, energy of us being asked to move forward. So I'm going to jump back to last Friday for you, which was 22/22, July 22nd. And here's what was going on that day. I want to remind you that we had this grand water trine in the middle of the month, that July 13th through to the 22nd is when that energy begins to dissipate. But we still get the energetic of it. It's like we were infused with something. And to me, this was like this really beautiful dose of emotional intelligence, wellness, consciousness that moved in on us and has really opened us up more to our intuitiveness, yeah, our ability to really want to trust ourselves. Like when you go to a doctor and the doctor may be telling you something, but something in you is like, that's not really aligned with what I know about my body, And so being able to trust what you know, to trust your body and not apologize for that. So that grand water trine, energy, it's still in operation. But if you felt some emotional intensity during that time, and if you're still feeling it, yeah, the planets are helping us out here. The planets are definitely helping us out. So also on Friday, we entered into Leo season. Yes, and it's a long awaited season for many people. I know several Leos, they're amazing. Because it is all about heart and courage and being connected to the sun, which I love, being in the sun. Um, and it's a time for us too to really, draw on our strong heart, our courage, our courageousness to do what? Oh, yeah, to step into the new that this time on the planet is asking for. We can't keep holding on to this old stuff. It's killing us. It's strangling us. So we've got to step into something new. And I'm not talking something new that's crazy and destructive. No, I'm talking about something new that is going to generate a lifestyle of joy, happiness, fulfillment, sharing, caring. Yeah, yeah. So getting the courage to let go of that old stuff. We're in a season to help us with that. That's what the Leo season is bringing us. Yeah. Um, Let me see if I have anything else here about Leo to share with you. Oh, yes, it says the steady warmth of Leo season lights a fire in our hearts as we feel called to honor our most basic desire for pleasure. Amusement can be found around every corner as a Leo season confidently promises hearty bliss. Summer romances can be in full swing, and we seek joy with those persons that we love or feel connected to. It says, be sure to create lasting memories during this cheerful season. Yeah. And I had a wonderful experience last night of going very safely to a movie theater to watch Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I just loved it. It's definitely a film you could take a kid to because some Marvel movies you really shouldn't be exposing children to. Even Black Panther, there was too much violence in it. But this movie, oh my God, and it's just fun, fun, fun. You laugh, laugh, laugh. It has a serious message, and it's a message about love. Yeah, that's what we are all seeking. Yeah, it's very powerful. So I highly recommend Thor: Love and Thunder. Don't listen to those fanboys because they gotta, they can't deal with the new change that is happening in the Marvel universe. But I love it, love it, love it. All right, moving right along. On Saturday, we had two aspects on the 23rd. The first one was another one of these goddess entities in the heavens coming into give us some influence. And this one is Ceres. Now, as it says here in ancient Rome, Ceres was a goddess of agriculture, grain, crops, fertility, and motherly relationships. And that is the Latin foundation for the word cereal. Yes, yes, that's what we get cereal from. Now, Ceres is a dwarf planet in the asteroid belt. It's way out there between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Interesting. And it was first discovered in 1801. Now, Ceres in Leo is a nurturing aspect. It brings our inner child out to play during this transit by encouraging joy and self confidence. What can you do to nurture your inner child? Very, very important. Very important stuff. So that was really cool energy that came in on that Saturday. And also, we had another loving energy, which is the Mercury in Leo trining Jupiter in Aries. A trine is always a wonderful aspect. And this aspect brings the opportunity to spend the day in the spotlight with possibilities of promotions, recognition, and opportunities to take the lead. So, again, on that Saturday, we had these two lovely aspects. And so your weekend should have felt, very beneficent, very loving, very much in flow. Hopefully, it was for you. And Sunday, the 24th, and like I said, we're getting these back to back aspects. It's like today, the next day, the next day, the next day. What does that mean? That means there's a lot of energy going on, folks. So if you're feeling a little discombobulated or like, where did I leave my keys? What time is it? Who am I? Yeah, because the planets is working. They work in us. And so on the 24th, we did get a square. Now, the square energy, that's just tight energy. And it's almost like the tight energies come to stop the flow for a moment so that we can consider something new, something different, something other. It's also a way that it brings a consciousness to maybe a behavior or a thought system that we are in and to give us a chance to move out of it. And this one is a very powerful one because we live in a world where we're constantly comparing ourselves to others. And this energy with Venus and Cancer, Jupiter and Aries is about jealousy and envy. Yeah. Um, Especially looking at people who have things that you think you can't have. Yeah, not a good day. A cardinal clash is less than ideal, as it says here, but squares represent an opportunity to compromise. When Venus lends its intuition and Jupiter amplifies its instincts, obstacles can be overcome with genial initiation. Take the lead in expanding upon relationships, commitments, financial security, and creative processes. So basically, stop comparing yourself to others. Stop it. Love yourself. Feel good about yourself and look for ways to participate in a collaborative way, in a loving way with others rather than seeing them as a problem for you. Yeah. So, a lot of forgiveness energy in this one too. Yeah. So, that was on Sunday. Now, on Monday, and again, you see, right, one right after the other, we had another goddess energy showing up in the heavens, and this one is Juno. Very, very interesting. This asteroid. It is named after the queen of the ancient Roman gods and representing commitment in relationships. Juno is a large asteroid in the asteroid belt and the third asteroid discovered, and it was discovered in 1804. Juno in astrology can e- illuminate, I was right, new insights into just how you thrive in long-term commitments and relationships. Now, this is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting, folks, because like I said, there's so much change going on, so much disruption energy, right? And so here comes this energy for committed relationships, right? For making it through the long haul. But when it's retrograde in Pisces, and remember, Pisces is that place of the metaphysics, the unseen, the subconscious, the super subconscious, right? So it is about pushing up, right? Some hidden issues in regards to long term committed relationships for you personally. And they not only have to be relationships that are intimate, it can be in terms of your work situation, your colleagues, even a relationship to your community. Yeah. So when Juno is retrograde in Pisces, we are reviewing our relationships of the past and present with an eye towards the eternal. Ah, yeah, Thor Love and Thunder does a whole thing about eternity. Very cool. We are called upon to see if we can create more alignment with our spiritual values and experience real soul connection in our relationships. Very important. If you've been experiencing doubt or questioning in your relationship, you will probably feel it more so during this transit. And it will be impacting us until October the 22nd. So, a good one. And again, this is a good time, like with all this change, to really take time to contemplate and consider, how am I being in relationship and long-term relationship? And also in this too, do you want to be in a long-term relationship with somebody, you know? And what do you need to do to prepare for that or to, really allow yourself to have it? Yeah, cool stuff. Now we move right along to Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we got another square. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. This one is Mercury in Leo squaring Mars in Taurus. So Mercury and Mars. Yeah, like it says here. This brings a day of paranoia energy as the lion and the bull clash, creating conflicts and aggressive fighting. Yeah. So you may have felt that on Tuesday, like, you want to be in battle with somebody. We may believe that everyone is against us. If so, you may want to avoid starting new projects or getting into negotiations because what's happening is as this energy is being raised up, it's an opportunity for you to acknowledge it and release it. Forgiveness. Forgiveness, folks. Yeah, step into forgiveness. The moment that you take on having an enemy or somebody out to get you, you're a victim. And when we're in victim mode, we're like this. We're not like this. If you want to have happiness, joy, fulfillment in life, this is how you have to be. "Ah." Yeah, you cannot be like this because nothing can get in. The universe can't give you what you need. So as soon as you get that tension, that anger, that disappointment, whatever's going on, go into forgiveness. And remember, forgiveness isn't about letting somebody off the hook. It truly is about letting go of thinking that what happened should have been anything different and not taking on somebody else's pain, releasing that. And again, if you've done something to someone else that you have shame, blame, guilt about, forgive yourself as well and get back into that flow. So, so important. I can't stress that enough. Now, we move to Thursday, the 28th, and we have three aspects today. Three aspects that are important. So, and one of them is the new moon. But let's start with the fact that Jupiter has gone retrograde in Aries. Wow. Wow. So, as you know, Jupiter has been, or maybe you don't know, but Jupiter has been coursing through Pisces this year, which is on Pisces. So it's been really interesting because Jupiter is that planet of expansion, right? It's going to amplify things, it's going to push things up. It's the king of the planet. So when its energy shows up, yeah, that gravitational pull, oh, yeah, you're going to be taking places and spaces. So it's been with Pisces, then it left and it went into Aries, and now it's going retrograde until October 27th. So when Jupiter moves backwards in Aries, the only thing to watch out for is that there may be challenging moral dilemmas that hold us back from making decisions. Choosing the right path will take time and consideration to ensure that we're on track because Aries can bring a fiery, rash energy. Not acting erratically and impulsively is key. This can be self-focused philosophical period where during the next few months you align your morals, ethics, and belief systems with your highest self. Yes, 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 yes. So this is a really interesting aspect along with everything else that I've just talked about for the end of the month, right? Relationship stuff and our attitudes, those squares showing up. And this is more of this, as I call it, this turning over energy, really trying to help us really get aligned with our higher purpose and to walk our talk. When you're looking at things like morals, ethics, and belief systems, that's about I may be saying one thing, but doing another. And I need to shift that up. Whatever I say is what I need to be doing. Yeah, exactly. Feels so much better when we do that. So that's happening today. Take note of that. Also happening today, yeah, another square. This one is Mercury again in Leo, but this time it's squaring Uranus in Taurus. And this transit symbolizes an opportunity for dramatic insights, perhaps accompanied by unusual events. That's that Uranus energy. Extra caution when operating machinery, and that includes driving, folks, and technology should be observed, and sudden movements avoided. But it is also important to follow up on unusual ideas or coincidences. Yeah. Avoid melodrama, such as being ready and willing to wreak havoc and burn bridges just for the sake of it. It's not like a real fire person craziness. That's what fire people do when they get crazy. So again, just another aspect that's doing what? Yeah, it's pushing up. It's pushing up the energy that can prevent us from getting to our true destination, to really be connected to our higher truth and what's going on. Now, I'm not saying don't be angry and upset about something where somebody's done something wrong or been dismissive or micro, aggressive, all that stuff. I'm not saying don't be angry about it. Don't act on it. Don't act on it because then you become just like the person that you're experiencing that tight energy from. Yeah. So this energy of what's happening today is really wanting you to become conscious of where you're like this, fistballed up, ready to fight, paranoia, and all this stuff, and to really relax, breathe, do your forgiveness work. If you need to do a little fire ritual, chapter 15 in my book, take you there, take you there. Um, but let yourself let go of the anger and all of that stuff. After you've allowed yourself to feel it, don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to it. Okay. Let it come through, flow through. And because today is a new moon in Leo. And here's a delicious quote I found from a astrologer I really like. He what's so great about Gray is that he goes into the mythology around the astrology and he pulls in these symbolism and it's just really beautiful. So this is very poetic. He says, "The monthly unions of sun and moon purify and impregnate meaning for the lunar cycle ahead, initiating new growth and movement within the fertile blackness of a moonless night. The Leo new moon on July 28th is particularly potent as a threshold guardian that will lead us into one of the most volatile astrological months of 2022. We're talking about August, y'all. The radiance of Leo with its indomitable fire, that resiliency persists in the face of adversity, is at the heart of the lunation. Boom, bam, love it. So again, all the stuff that's coming up, all the stuff that's coming up, that adversity, you know, You can be resilient, you can persist and move through it. So here I want to share with you a little bit more about this new moon in Leo because Leo is, Leo's like, yeah, I'm here. Look at me, see me, hear me, that showbiz time. Um, Getting that attention, being glitzy, glamorous, being on, yeah. And so with this new moon, which again, a new moon is a time to set an intention, to plant a seed for something. And I'm going to share with you from Astro Butterfly. She says that the new moon is trine Jupiter in Aries that we just talked about, that is in retrograde. Um, and the July August lunar cycle is the best time of year to take a chance and go big with your projects. Our inner child comes out to play in this pleasurable new moon. It's a good time to start working on new creative projects and even get a little romantic. So, again, you understand why that square energy is there for you to move through so that you can get to this new beginning. Yes, yes, yes. A playful new cycle begins. And since the lunar luminary is reporting to the solar luminary, there is an emphasis on having an immense depth of self awareness. New moons are golden opportunities to start afresh. If you haven't lived purposefully until now, this can change. Yeah. You don't have to continue on the same old path. You can press the reset button, again, that turnover, and start living from your heart. The new moon trine Jupiter will infuse you with hope and optimism that it is possible to live a life of purpose. And remember that there is a place where you can make sense of it all, a place that always knows what's best for you, your heart. Yeah. Isn't that just lovely, 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 lovely? Love it. Okay, make sure I got all of that for you around that beautiful new moon in Leo. So again, tonight, take some time to really plant a new seed. Plant something that, Carmen said, love it. Yeah, plant a new seed because there's an energy that wants us to move into this bigness, this aliveness, this bigger purpose in terms of what we do. Those of you who are entrepreneurs, just know that this is an energy that's saying go beyond where you've been stuck, where you've been maybe blaming somebody else for why you haven't gotten that golden ticket, and to really open up to trusting you, trusting your heart, and planting these seeds right now, knowing they're going to really grow into what it is that you need. But you can't have that square energy doing the planting. So do some forgiveness work before you plant those seeds tonight, but definitely put your attention and your focus on moving forward. I can't say enough about that for the times that we are in. So now let's move into Saturday. So we get a little skip here with all these aspects. Thank goodness, because I'm telling you, like one after another, one after another, one after another. It's a lot. It make you crazy. There ain't no joke about it. And again, because it is all, there's several squares, right? So that's intense. That's really intense. So you got to drink a lot of water. Take care of yourself. See, I'm walking my talk. Have my water. Keep watered. Keep it in flow. So on Saturday, we get an opposition. We don't get these a lot, but recently we haven't. But yeah, so one opposition shows up. This is with Mercury, again, still in Leo, but we bring it in now Saturn in Aquarius. Yeah. There is a possibility of some bad news or very challenging situations arising. And this makes sense. This makes sense with what's going on. During this individualistic aspect, meaning you can focus on yourself, stay away from self destructive people to avoid getting sucked into any drama. And again, this is a second, third message, right? About avoid melodrama, avoid, just going crazy, burning bridges, avoid that. This is not a day for making important decisions, especially about relationships. Good one. Also, avoid signing contracts or making big investments. You may have a critical eye, but could also make mistakes. Yeah. So, opposition energy is really, this battle going on between the planets. So, you got Mercury, in this battle with Saturn, and so that's a time to lay low. It's like stay out of the energy's way is how I look at it. So, go to the beach, go to the park, or just binge on what's that one my sister was watching, The Witcher. And then somebody else is doing I think it's called Virgin River, something like that. Just stay out of the mix, or go watch Thor Love and Thunder if you can do it safely. If you can go to the theater when there's not a lot of people around, like I did, um, and have a laugh. Let yourself laugh. Let yourself play. Remember that inner child wants to play, wants to come out, but stay away from, like they said, these kinds of things. Yeah, yeah. A good reminder for us. Good message. Then on Sunday, the 31st, we close out the month, not with Chiron and Aries. Here we go. No, not with that one. Oh, my goodness, I don't believe it didn't upload for me. Mm, that's okay. Let me see if I can quickly find this for you. Because our last aspect is the Sun in Leo trining Jupiter in Aries. Yeah. And that aspect, if I can find it here real quick, let's see. That's the thing they said today about the issues with technology. Like some stuff ain't gonna be working. And totally it didn't. Oh, you know what? I might not have pushed the save button when I should have. Anyway, yeah, I didn't push the save button. So give me 1 second here to pull this up for you. And then I have just two more to share with you that I think will be really helpful. So let me see. Sun in Leo trining. Get that one in. And then the second one that I want to share with you. It's one I'm going to do a whole um, video on. It'll be a short video, but it's so important. I really want to give it enough of the time that it requires. Okay, so let me see. Let me go in here and see if I can remember how to share my screen. I'm going to take this one away, and then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say share. See what it'll let me do. Share my screen. Yeah, I think it'll let me do it. If I'm a little slowed down, it's because the computer is saying, "You got too much stuff open. I can't handle it." Yeah, it locked me down. Okay, I just give it a moment. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see this. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, let's share this. Oh, I want to share window. Here we go. Okay, so you should be able to see this, I hope. Um, And I can put this into a bigger thing so that you don't have to see all of that. There we go. So, Sun in Leo trining Jupiter in Aries. And as it says here, this is one of the best of all the solar transits. This is an extremely lucky day filled with success and big opportunities to soak in the spotlight. Opportunities can come in the form of personal, spiritual, and material growth. Financial gains are possible, increasing your overall satisfaction and contentment level. Personal and spiritual growth can come through studies and travel, anything that can broaden your outlook on life. Yes. How cool is that? And then I just want you to be aware of the North Node conjuncting Uranus and Mars in Taurus. This only happens every 15 years, so the conjunction will influence us for the following 15 years. And we will witness an amplification of the Uranian themes, such as breakthroughs, shakeups, innovations, and unexpected developments. At an individual level, the conjunction will be experienced as a pull to live our life on our own terms. We can discover resources and talents we didn't know we had, or we can finally get rid of trauma or energy draining behaviors that have been sabotaging us for years. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Stop my sharing and get back here to you. So, there you have it. There you have it. So, a lot. Like I said at the beginning of the month, there would be all of these astrological aspects happening in the month of July that it's just like so many. I had to do 3 different videos, not 2, but 3 because there was so much energy in here. Yeah. And as I said, I will do the one on the North Node conjunct Uranus and Mars and Taurus because that it's pretty significant, folks. It is. We're really at a time where we're being asked to not just um, transcend or push aside the old belief systems, the ancestral wounds. We're being asked to allow them to be eliminated. Eliminated. Yeah. And that's pretty amazing energy. And what does that mean? That means that we can no longer be identifying who we are, what we are out of the past. Yeah, that's pretty profound. So I'm going to do a special video with you based on information that Astro Butterfly put out because it's just really, really good. I think it'll be very helpful to you. So, thank you so much for tuning in and listening in. May you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the month, navigating through those squares and oppositions, but also knowing that the last day of the month is one filled with wonderful opportunity to celebrate and feel good about yourself and to expect good things to show up. Yeah, to be in that energy. So be well, be safe, take good care of yourself. And I look forward to seeing you in this next video I do, which I think I'll do on Sunday. I'll send the notice out. But again, take care of yourself. It's my pleasure to serve you. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye now.